Good morning, Gospel Tabernacle Church, and welcome to a GT Medical Moment. I'm your host for today, Dr. Evelyn Evans, and today we're going to be talking about coronavirus. We're going to talk about how it is spread. We're going to talk about symptoms in adults and children. We're going to talk about how we can prevent it, and in a separate video, I'll be showing you how to make a mask. I would, however, encourage you to Google our U.S. Surgeon General, Dr. Jerome Adams, and look at his video on how to make a mask using household items like an old bandana, an old t-shirt, scarves, etc. So he will show you how to do that as well. Okay, so how is coronavirus spread and how do we prevent it? Coronavirus is spread through contact with infected respiratory droplets. This is why maintaining that 6 feet of distance is so important. This is what the CDC recommends for us to do. Maintain 6 feet of distance between us and another person, particularly when we are out for those essential runs to the grocery store, because otherwise all of us are, if we're not at work, we're staying at home, right? Are we staying at home? I hope we are. Okay. So anyway, contact with infected respiratory droplets. This occurs when we are within 6 feet of each other and if someone coughs, if they sneeze, even just with talking, respiratory droplets are released into the environment. And we come in contact with them when we are within 6 feet. So maintaining that 6 feet of distance is important. The best way to prevent the illness is to avoid being exposed to the virus. The droplets that are spread when we are within 6 feet of one another are spread through coughing, sneezing, and just talking. They can land in your mouth, your nose, or you can inhale them into your lungs when you breathe. So again, maintain the 6 feet of distance and practice social distancing. Only make those non-essential runs. Symptoms. Okay, so in adults, many of us have heard about the fever, the cough, the shortness of breath. But did you know that in children, you can have more mild symptoms, kind of like a common cold. In children, we may see fever, we may see runny nose, we may see cough, vomiting, and diarrhea. So if you know that you have been in contact with somebody who is a known infected person with COVID-19, or if you have traveled to a hotspot area and you have symptoms, it's important that you get them checked out. How can we prevent this? Well, we know that we can wash our hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. We can use hand sanitizer, alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol. We can also wear a mask when we are out in public. These are ways to prevent the illness. Now, let me say a word about those masks, especially the ones that we're talking about, the cloth masks that we're going to show you how to make, and that you can, again, Google Dr. Jerome Adams and see how he recommends that the masks be made. These are cloth face coverings, and they're actually not intended to protect the wearer, but they may prevent the spread of the virus from the wearer to others, which is particularly important when someone is in what is now being called the pre-symptomatic phase. When someone has been in contact with coronavirus, it may take from 2 to 14 days before they even show any signs of the illness. So they may not have any symptoms. That is that pre-symptomatic stage when when there are no symptoms. So if you're out in public and you have that cloth face covering, you may be helping to protect someone else. And particularly, we want to be thoughtful about protecting people with congestive heart failure and other cardiovascular illnesses, diabetes mellitus, moderate to severe asthma, HIV, and other illnesses where the immune system is suppressed. So we've talked about how it's spread, we've talked about symptoms, and we've talked about how to prevent the illness. Please practice social distancing. Please use FaceTime and Zoom and Skype if you need to be in contact with our elderly relatives and friends. If you're dropping off groceries to such individuals, leave them on the porch or go in the house and ask them to go into another room while you deliver the groceries to wherever it is they're supposed to be. Let's be kind. Let's look out for one another. Let's be smart about this. And let's flatten this curve. All right, stay tuned for the next video on how to make a mask. Thank you.